So here's my reproduction copy of Van Gogh's painting called the Red Vineyard, which was in fact the only painting he sold whilst he was still alive. It was bought by a woman called Anna Boch, who was herself an artist, quite, well, a very good one actually, and she paid 400 francs for it. The original is currently in Moscow, the Pushkin Museum, I think it's called. This was painted in 1888 when, no, this one wasn't, this was painted in 2020. But the original was painted in 1888 when Van Gogh was living in Arles in the Yellow House with Paul Gauguin, and they'd been out for a walk one afternoon, and they'd been to Montmajour, which is about 3 kilometres from Arles, I don't know, something like that. And they were walking home, and it had been raining pretty hard, and the sunset was occurring, and as they walked along the road, they noticed this scene of the sunset casting its reddish glow over the vineyard, and they thought it was rather, Van Gogh particularly I think, thought it was, oh I'm sure they both did, thought it was rather an amazing sight, and they decided to do a painting of, each of them did. They've been having this long discussion. I mean, Van Gogh was more keen on painting from the motif, from life. He liked to go out in the fields and paint what he saw in front of him. And Gauguin argued that the better approach was to actually paint from your imagination, and use elements from your memory and form the image from your imagination, as you want, create whatever it is you want to create. And so the idea was they both did a representation of it. I think Gauguin's painting had women in it with Breton costumes, because he'd lived in Brittany for some while, and Van Gogh painted from memory, to go along with Gauguin's approach, which he'd been experimenting with paintings like Memory of Garden at Eton, which was done from memory as well. And so this was the result. I think it was a rather beautiful painting, which Gauguin's also, but this is a representation of Van Gogh's recollection of the scene that confronted them that late afternoon on the way back from Montmajour.